Hi and welcome to All Fired Up. So this week what we're going to be doing is talking about how do we file hearts into a gothic gauntlet. So the first thing that we need to do is work out why we're having the hearts. So the heart shape is for decorational. Now they don't need to be 100% perfect. If you want 100% perfect, go get them laser cutted. Okay, so the original ones, and like these ones I've made here, they're not perfect. But the whole idea is to catch the light as the gauntlet moves to give you the hint of artistic impression. The other thing we need to remember is our lame that goes underneath needs to be a little bit longer so that your hearts will show onto steel. If there's a gap there, in theory you could wind the sword and get into the gaps. However, unlikely. So we just need to make sure that our lanes are a little bit longer than we perhaps would otherwise. Vice versa, you can move your hearts down and you can have a shorter lane. That all comes down to the individual gauntlet. So we're going to do it on the cuff. So first of all, we're going to mark out where we'd like them. So I would like these ones on each of the ridges. So for me, I find using a piece of tape will give me that straight line. Okay, so it's just working out by eye. So here, that will give us a straight line. Next thing is to put a dot on either side. Okay, so obviously that one's out, so just rub it out with your finger. And come back in and do it again. Again, these don't need to be 100% perfect, because we'll take it to the next stage, is when we're going to use a center punch, and we're going to center punch each of the marks. So the next thing you need to think about is files. Okay, you don't need all these files to do a simple heart. I find that you only generally need two. So so looking through, we will need a round file. So I'm going to use this round file. So we'll put that over here. Then we'll need a half moon file. This one. So it's on the back here, it's semi-curved, and we'll need a triangle file. Okay. It's handy to have all the other shapes for when you initially stuff it up. You can come back to it and you can fix up almost any shape. So we have our piece. We've got our holes drilled. Not perfect. That one there's a bit high. So we'll need to equal that up when we do the filing, and that one there's a bit low. But it adds to the character, so I'm not too worried. Okay, we've got our piece clamped into the vise. Just to take note, when you have a piece clamped in the vise, make sure that you're not changing any of the shapes. There's a curve, that's not a straight line between there and there, it's got a curve to it. So just make sure that you're not taking out any curves, or you've got it on a ridge line. Just watch out for that. So what we're going to do is take our circle file and file down. Filing. A file only works one way. Not so important for the round ones, but still good practice. So I'm putting pressure on my downward stroke, taking pressure off on my upward stroke. So I'm only really cutting one way. Got my finger along the edge of the file to give me direction. And every now and then I'm alternating to do the same amount of files on the bottom. Do watch out for that. It really does hurt, as you can see by the few puncture marks. Cool, so we've just evened up both sides. So grabbing our triangle file. Just gonna jump back to my half moon. And there we go, we've got a heart piece. Piece is ready for hardening. Then what we'll do once it's hardened is give it a polish, then we'll give it a temper, and we'll see what it looks like from there. Thanks for watching All Fired Up. We'll see you next week. Cheers.